Alright, what's going on, guys? We got a very interesting video for today, I guess we could say, but before we get into it, I just want to clear up something from yesterday. You may have seen a video in your sub box called like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 Eugenes in my classroom or something like that. It was just kind of playing off 21 Savage's song, but when you clicked on it, it was probably a deleted or private video. That's because it was just like a stream announcement video. But I had to delete it after like the first 2 minutes because I was having a lot of issues with my stream, so I didn't want to promote it and bring everyone there and then disappoint you with no stream. Just want to clear that up. Let's go ahead and get into the video. So we've looked at a lot of teachers on this channel, right? I think we've had like 8 This Is Not a Crime episodes. Some of them were looking pretty good and some of them were looking pretty rough, but for the most part I would say the majority of them were looking pretty good. But today has by far got to be the most atrocious, disgusting one I have ever seen. I don't know what I titled this video because I've been having a lot of issues with titles and thumbnails, trying to keep the videos advertiser friendly so I can at least make a small amount of money on them. I'm still not sure what causes it, but I've been having to like rename them and stuff. I think it's kind of random, to be honest. It's just pure luck, but I would have liked to have titled this video something along the lines of, what was this student thinking, and accompanied that title with a thumbnail of a teacher, courtesy of Brazzers, of course. But anyways, I don't know what the fuck this guy was thinking, man. I do have one theory before I read the article on what happened, but even then, man, I'm just not sure it's worth it. Like, I just want to give you guys this one warning. You need to prepare yourself for something that you have never seen before. So just keep that in mind and let's go ahead and get into it. San Antonio. Wait, this was in San Antonio? Oh, it's all adding up. Now, you know what happened? Hurricane Harvey just washed up one of these whales up on the shore, and then next thing you know, she's at the school. No calculator needed for the... Alright, let me stop. A teacher at Johnson High School has been arrested for allegedly having an improper relationship with one of her students. I would definitely consider this an improper relationship. Alberta Padilla, 52, reportedly told police she developed feelings for the boy, who is now a sophomore, when she began tutoring him in June of last year. Oh, she was giving him them special tutorials. So right away, the thing that really stands out to me about this whole story is that the teacher is 52 years old. Now, when you think of a 52-year-old person, the chances are they're not going to be looking too good, you know? They're over the hill. They're on the decline now. They're going downhill. And then you have to factor in that her name is Alberta. I mean, I'm not trying to just judge here, but I feel like Alberta is just not an appealing name. Like, that just sounds like the name of an old person, you know what I'm saying? That sounds like your grandma's name, you know what I'm saying? So we have a 52-year-old Alberta, grandma sounding name. I mean, without even seeing the visual evidence yet, it just doesn't look good. But of course, we must not judge until we see the visual evidence. Now, I have seen the visual evidence. It was right there on the front of the article, so I already know what's gonna happen right now, but I want you guys to all prepare yourself because apparently some student at Johnson High School was given this thing right here, his Johnson. So yes, that is Miss Alberta Padilla. And I'm gonna be honest with you, there's nothing really positive I can say about this. You know, I mean, we are dealing with the criminal here, so I don't feel too bad for what I'm about to say, but let's be honest here, man. Like, this is like a 1.5. Like, on a scale of 1 to 10, this fucking bullfrog looking bitch right here, this is like a 1.5. The only reason she's not like a 1 is because she at least has all of her body parts, I think, and maybe a little bit extra on there, you know? She's actually worth 1.5 human beings as well, but that's not what we're talking about here. Like, the only reason she's not like a 1 or a 0.5 is because she's like not missing an eyeball or missing both of her ears or something like that, you know what I'm saying? If we had like a little Picasso face going on, then she would be a 1 or a 0.5, but since she at least seems to be having all of her body parts, we're gonna rank her at a 1.5. But 1.5 is nothing to be excited about. So when I see this story, I see that a student actually, for some reason, I don't know what was going on in his head, thought that this was a good idea. I can't seem to think of a reason for like why this would happen. You know what I mean? Like the only thing I can think of, right, is that, you know, maybe the dude was failing his classes or something. Maybe he had like a 69.4, right? And, you know, that just doesn't quite round up to a 70. So he went to the teacher, he said, hey, listen here, Alberta, I know, like, you know, your options out there in the dating scene aren't looking good. You know, you probably aren't getting too much meat in your life. I want to help you out, but in return, you're gonna have to help me out. You know, we're gonna do a meat for grades exchange here. You know what I'm saying? I supply you with a little bit of sausage, and you go ahead and round that 69.4 up to a 70 so I can pass. I think that could have been some sort of arrangement here. That's really the only thing that makes sense to me. But then again, we have to consider that we don't know what the student looked like. I mean, technically the student could be worse than her, although it seems pretty unlikely. Almost anyone would be an upgrade from her. No offense to you, Alberta. I gotta keep it real here. So I don't know what's going on here, but that's kind of my hypothesis on the situation. But let's go ahead and continue with the article and let's see what happened. The affidavit said Padilla bought clothing, food, and a cell phone for the boy and often allowed him to stay at her home. There is no mention of exactly how the case came to the attention of police. Alright, wait a minute here. How the tables have turned. Based off that statement right there, she was buying him clothes, food, and a cell phone. You already know it was that iPhone 7 Plus, 256 gig. That's just like $1,000. You already know she was getting him the top of the line. She was probably buying him some nice ass clothes, some nice ass food. Basically, what we have here is a male gold digger, I guess you could say. I don't know what the term is. Does gold digger apply to males as well as females? I don't really know the terminology here, but we have some sort of a reverse gold digger here. We have a, you know, Humpty Dumpty looking bitch over here with what I could only assume is a better looking guy who is only with her because she's apparently buying him all sorts of cool stuff, you know? So I don't know what else you would call that other than a gold digger, but it seems like we may have a male gold digger on our hands, and really all I can say is good job, man. You are countering all of those female gold diggers out there. You are doing the Lord's work. I can only applaud your efforts. And also, let's not forget about the second part of that sentence. It says they don't even know how the police came to know about this situation. I don't know, but I have a guess. You know, probably what happened here was she probably stopped buying him some cool shit. You know, she just kind of slowed down on the buying. I mean, she is a teacher. They don't really make the most money. They're pretty underpaid. So she probably didn't have the money to be balling out like that. She couldn't be supporting this dude that hard. So she stopped buying him shit, and he's like, wait a minute. If you ain't buying me shit, you need to go ahead and get on out of here. I ain't got time for that. So that's just the theory I have on the situation. Of course, I could be wrong. Anything really could have happened here. But let's continue. Maybe we'll find out more. However, the affidavit does say that investigators questioned Padilla's underage daughter, wait a minute, who told them she suspected something was going on and mentioned it to another relative. Okay, hold up. We got a curveball coming in. Wait a minute. We may have just cracked the case. So there is now a second female involved in this situation. Apparently this teacher has a daughter who is underage, probably around the same age as the kid, I would assume. And they probably went to the same school, you know, he probably knows the daughter. Now, why would a daughter want to snitch on her own mom? Like, why would you want to send your own mom to jail? Like, obviously she knew the consequences of this, right? So I'm thinking maybe the daughter liked this dude, right? And then the mom came in and like stole him. Like, this is some shit straight out of Brazzers, bro. I didn't know this shit happens in real life. Like, they need to set this up on the hub. The mom swooped in, stole the dude from the daughter, who's like, oh, wait a minute, mom. Don't you dare take my man. Then she reported the mom to the police, and now the mom's getting arrested. I think that's a good possibility for what may have happened here. You know, I'm no cop, you know, I'm no detective, but I've seen a lot of these cases over the years, and I've done a lot of analyzing of these situations, and based off of my analysis, I think that's what happened here, but I don't know, man. That's really it for the article. They don't really go into too much further detail, but this was quite the interesting story, man. When I first started this video, I thought, okay, I'm just gonna talk about how much of a fucking behemoth this woman is, but then it turned into a whole nother story, so that was pretty cool. But anyways, thank you guys so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts down below. What you think about this whole situation, man. You guys have any alternate theories on what happened here? We may never find out the truth, but at least we finally found Bigfoot. So thank you guys so much for watching. Be sure to leave a like rating if you enjoyed. Subscribe if you're not already. Follow me on Twitter. Links in the description down below. Other than that, have a good day and peace out.